The real pod.
The real pod. When Adam catches his breath here. Good. That Voss hit's different.
Hey, boy, you crying?
Yeah, bro, that got me. I was choking for a second.
Oh, pause.
Pause. All right. Okay. All right, crew.
Welcome back.
To the Agency Therapy Podcast. It's a recorded episode today. We're off the back of Hydra Council. We're regrouping. We're re-energizing. It was an excellent event. 2 days here in Nashville. Friday, Saturday. Was a legendary event. Our best one to date.
Yeah.
We did have some hiccups, but it was the best one to date so far as speaker lineup goes. I mean, the attendees are always great every time, but like the room was very engaged this year.
Definitely.
But very excited with how it went. For those of you that don't know Hydra Council, we put on an event at least once a year here in Nashville during April, which April is the ideal time.
Good time of year.
Perfect weather. Like it was nice and mixed between like nice and cool, but like during the day got pretty warm. So weather was on point. We had like the whole patio area. People were enjoying the outdoors. The venue, it's floor to ceiling glass windows. It's beautiful. But overall, I felt like it went 9 out of 10.
I think
I agree.
I think we take for granted how incredible that 8th floor is.
Oh, for
Like,
sure.
We're so used to it.
Bro,
but
not even the full 8th floor, bro. Even like down in the red room, the lobby.
Yeah. Doing the cocktail
The whole
hour.
building.
Yeah, the cocktail hour in the Ruby Room.
Judge Graham had even made a comment about how cool it was to have the 8th floor and overlooking Broadway and all the stuff that was.
Definitely, bro.
I mean, everyone being able to like socialize outside in little like seating areas and get outside, like
It's perfect.
yeah, we go to events pretty often during the year.
Yeah, quite a
and,
few.
Like, I'd say we're pretty critical about the venue. Like, I mean, it has to be a good one.
Yeah, it's got to be vibey, man. I just don't get me wrong. There's a certain size event needs a bigger venue. Like the Agency Founders. Like Agency Founders is dope because like they put on such a great production. But at the same time, there's something about being in a room that has like no windows for 4 hours, 6 hours, somewhere in that, and it's like just kind of draining to your energy. It's like I don't know. I like to have space to like move around and go outside, do some activities outside too. So that's what I love about this venue and like why I'm mad because I don't know if we'll be able to do it next year because I don't think I'm gonna live here next year. But I agree. The venue is 10 out of 10.
Definitely. Yeah, I think it's cool too, man. It's just like having it, especially that feedback from Judge Graham. It's like, dude, obviously he liked throwing those intimate, those intimate like events. And dude, I don't think it gets much better than the venue we're at, man.
No,
like
I
it's
don't think so.
Like even just like during speakers, like I'd have clients or just new faces, other people that want to jam on something. They'd come and grab me, open laptop in the other room. We could still do that, like as the speakers are speaking. Like I thought it was really cool, man. I think this was definitely the best one by far, though.
I agree.
Out of the last three,
And
or the last
I think
two.
the size of the event plays a big part of that as well because like 60-ish attendees. We probably had a little bit under that, but such a key number of people so we can actually engage with people one-on-one. It's not so big that you can't have touch points with everyone throughout the week. Like everyone should have walked away with exactly what they came in for.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the room forces you to like introduce yourself and interact with people. Like, example, we went to Agency Founders in January, and the guy from Shark Tank was there. I didn't even see him. Like, it's such a big venue and so many people.
That's not Agency Founders. That was Traffic and Conversion Summit.
Sorry.
Yeah, which is an absurdly large event. I probably, no offense to the people that run Traffic and Conversions, but I probably will never go back to that event again because it was so big and like you're just a number in a room.
Literally, yeah. I mean, you felt like you were at a convention center.
Yeah,
like,
it was at a convention
people,
center.
Yeah, there was people there that like I wanted to see. You wouldn't even like see them, much less have a conversation with them. And
Who was it? Damon John?
yeah,
Damon, yeah.
and I think people confuse like wanting to sell out a big room and then like the intimacy side. Like I feel like you can go the route of like being intimate. So it's like it's not about flexing that you sold 100, 200, 300 tickets. Like I think what's cool is you have an intimate room where like every single person can just meet one another and have that interaction.
Yeah, to your point, man, they're definitely gonna walk away with something. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, and
Where
it's
it's like being
also
at like 10x. You know what I mean? Imagine going to like those 10x in Miami. It's crazy, dude.
Yeah.
You're barely having any takeaways.
And I mean, this year I really tapped into as many like network favors as I possibly could to get the best speakers there. So like Judge, Taylor Welch, who else? I mean, a majority of those speakers were really high end, but like people like Judge and Taylor, it's hard to get them to speak at your events. And so Cody, it's like the fact that these guys are sitting in are sitting in a 50-person room, and it's like you're with them among 50 other people. You can get some one-on-one time with them if you really want it. Whereas Taylor flies into a big event that has 1,000 people at it. Sorry, man, he's there and then he's gone for sure. Like he's not hanging super long, which he didn't hang super long at our event either, which I didn't expect him to. But it's like some people got some one-on-one time with him because why? The room was small and they were able to go jump and chat with him real quick because like the accessibility of the room was that much smaller.
Yeah, because it's like even while speakers are going, it's not. It doesn't take much to just go to the back of the room where he's chilling. Hey, like introduce yourself, whatever. It's like you can't do that in a lot of places because they're like backstage or like Agency Founders was an awesome event, bro. But as the speakers are speaking, it's not like you could just go like talk to another one.
Sure.
They're like backstage or they're doing whatever they're doing.
Yeah,
it's
there's
like
a backstage.
Yeah, it's so hard to like get a hold of these guys. So
our backstage is literally the back of the room.
yeah. But even that, dude, is so cool. Like even just having that open, like I wish that there wasn't a wall there, so like it would go back into like that back couch area. That would be sick. But at the same time, man, it's just cool that there's other spaces in the room where it's like even while speakers are speaking or people are getting lunch or whatever it is, breakfast. It's like there's so many places to just go and jam with people.
For sure. Let's do, so we had some really awesome speakers. Let's go around and do favorite speakers for the event.
Judge Graham.
Okay, why?
I really liked how high level the knowledge and the legitimate tactics were to set your business up to sale. Like you were set up with some incredible knowledge for the price of a ticket.
Well, it's also reaffirming because it's like this is a lot of what we teach our clients because like that's who our mentor was. And so it's like it was cool to hear him speak on it and be like, sweet, like beat this into them because sometimes as consultants or younger consultants, we can't necessarily get this information across in the same way Judge can. Yep. And I would just say like as far as conviction goes, no one is more convicted than Judge standing in that 100%. Room. I mean, that dude was literally sweating bullets up there because he was just giving it everything.
Coughing up a lung.
He had a cold coming in, bro, and he just laid it all out there, man. And everybody, like, you look at the crowd, like I was just watching people while he was speaking, and everyone's just leaned in.
Oh, he just commands attention.
Oh, it commands attention. It really is a masterclass, and a lot of that is just conviction. Like that, like really, if you want to be a great speaker, I think that's a big majority of being a great speaker is just being able to command a room like that. And it's like he's not like the most polished speaker by any means.
Nah.
But it's like the conviction is.
Yeah, his check-ins are pretty sick too.
Oh yeah. What were some of his check-ins?
You tracking and then amen.
Amen. Yeah, he kept saying amen. It was so good.
Yeah, because you can't not listen and then hit with an amen. Like,
Yep. Yeah, dude. To your point, Josh, we spoke about it today on the morning meeting, or actually it might have been Monday. But to like, if anything, Judge just like reaffirmed everything that we're doing. Felt so good. Like we're teaching the right stuff here at Hydra, which felt really good. I would say that he was also my favorite just because it's like nostalgic.
It is very
like
nostalgic.
That was like the first event that I ever went to was Burn the Ships. That's where I got close.
It
with
legit
you.
makes me emotional to think about,
bro. Same.
Like I don't know what it is, but it's like that was my first real experience at a mastermind that our company bought, and I was like, damn. Like I remember in the fitness space, we used to go see a guy named Todd Durkin, really famous in the fitness space, and like he would give me that same energy.
Yep.
That Judge would give.
Well, it's cool, man, because I felt like we were giving people that energy that we got at Burn the Ships. Small, intimate room. We go out to have barbecue right there on the patio, dude. It's like, you know what I mean? Everything is so... You weren't going to leave that event and like not get the chance to talk to someone. Yeah. And so, I like to think that we're giving a little bit of that same energy here at Hydra, like at our events, which feels really good. But I would say for me, as a consultant, no longer like running an agency, Taylor McMaster had the best speech because it was the most applicable to me. Like I could actually take things away and like, for account management. So I think her speech was was really, really solid. And that was the first time I ever heard her like speak or like really even like seeing some of her stuff. So
Dude, I knew she was good. Like when I did a podcast with her, that's how I met her. She invited me to be on a podcast, and I was like, yeah, sure. Like I would love to. And just the way that she like conducted the interview was so professional. Like she was so dialed in. She was asking incredible questions. She had really good like add-ons to like anything that I was saying as well. So, you know, it was one of those no-brainers for me where I was like, yeah, like we should have you out because you're extremely intelligent and like you carry yourself well, and you'd be an incredible speaker on the lineup.
I wish I got to speak to her a little bit more. I was no, I had a great dinner, but I was a little bit jealous of Rob. He got to go out with Eli and then the McMasters.
McMasters, yep.
That was cool, man. That was cool. What about you? What was your favorite speaker?
What was yours?
What was yours, Tyler?
I'll go last.
I don't know if there's just, I mean, obviously Judge, great. I really enjoyed Taylor Welch as well because
Great speaker.
no presentation, just kind of went and rolled with it.
Rips it.
It was
That's
just
how he
nice.
normally does it.
Legend, bro. He's
Super
just such a
good.
good speaker.
Information standpoint, you know, being in sales, I thought Corey did a great presentation.
100%.
You know, Kirch was also great, but I think if I had to pick one, I'd probably say Judge, not to hop on the bandwagon, but he's got that sauce,
speaker,
bro.
man.
Judge has that sauce to him, you know?
Definitely.
I love it. Mine's, I mean, yeah, everyone did an excellent job. My favorite was probably Taylor, though. It's just
McMaster or
Welch.
Welch,
Yeah. I'm a bit of a Taylor Welch fanboy. I'm not gonna lie about it,
Dude.
I consume pretty much all of his content.
You know, it's
that he puts
interesting
out.
too, man. I've heard him speak at a lot of events. Like, if I'm not mistaken, he spoke at Eight Figure Boardroom here in Nashville, Cole Gordon's event.
Yeah, probably.
And dude, it was good, but this like felt just much more genuine, man. Maybe it was just like everything that they have went through recently, you know, with the lawsuits and things like this. But dude, it just felt like it was coming from a place of like, you know, like I got nothing to lose, man. Like I'm gonna share like the realest stuff that I can.
Yep.
You know?
Well, I think Josh did a good job at just like giving him that time to just do whatever he wanted to do and
Oh,
talk
definitely.
about whatever.
Yeah, he definitely had like the longest the longest speech, right?
Bro, I
Oh,
think
for
he
sure.
went
Yeah.
for like an hour and a half.
Yeah, he went for like an hour and a half, and I you know, I know Taylor well enough now to know that he needs time to build on his concepts. Like I've seen him speak enough, and I think the times that I have seen him speak where he's very limited on time, he doesn't get to do what he's great at, which is like really engaging with the crowd, giving them some one-on-one time, and like actually doing he paused multiple times and like had people like write stuff down and all of that. So I knew that I needed to like let him go, which is perfect because one of our speakers ended up dropping. So I needed to fill a little bit more space there, and it was perfect because like he filled an extra half hour for us. So we just spent another extra half hour in one of the workshops, and then he just, you know, kind of filled that gap for us. So.
And on top of that, man, during all those spaces where he was like, hey, write things down, he had someone, you know, we share with the person next to us. And then the next time we wrote something down, share with a different person. It's another thing, man. It's like you're not going to get that at a super huge event. And just the people next to you, it's like you're going to be able to really connect with them, you know, via even just the speakers, which was really cool.
Yeah, I had a guy come up to me and just started sharing me some stuff while I was filming. I looked over at him.
You got your answers written down?
Yeah, he's like, ready for me? And I was like, brother. I was like, dude, I don't even know what he asked.
I
But
felt
it was cool.
I'm
It was
just
like,
filming. Yeah.
I felt bad when he asked to basically turn around and share with someone else. I was just talking or something, and Corey looks at me and he's like, "You got your answers?" And I was like, "Brother, I just didn't. No, I don't." So Corey just turns back around.
Yeah, that was one thing I was kind of bummed about is like I don't get to like sit there and listen to
100%.
people. You
Dude,
know?
You don't get to be an attendee.
Yeah.
I missed Cody's speech, which I did hear him in Agency Founders. I don't know if it was similar, but he's such a great speaker, man. I wish that I was able to sit in there a little bit more. And
I'd say pretty similar.
Yeah, it's pretty similar.
yeah.
A lot of, I think he did a hand raise of who's heard him speak, and there was a lot of people in the room that had it.
Oh, good.
So he kind of got to like rip kind of
Nice.
his whole biography to them, and it went really good.
Yeah, I missed the two speeches I missed were Cody and Ashton.
Yeah. I think the only one that I watched all the way through was Judge, just because I had to. I was like, I have
bro.
to sit there
You
and
have
actually
to.
watch.
Shout out the Go High Level guys too.
Oh, dude.
Bro, shout out
Yeah.
Chase.
The best CRM, by the way.
The best.
Use our affiliate code.
Their energy,
Really good.
their energy was the same that it was at trafficking conversions. Like,
Was it those same guys?
I believe so.
Chase and
Yeah, I'm sure they were there. Traffic conversions is massive. They had a massive team there though. They probably had 15 people there.
Because they were doing giveaways, but like the giveaways were 300 people like surrounding the booth.
Yeah, they were
to
doing
win.
they were doing giveaways twice a day at Traffic and Conversions.
Wow.
Yeah, and
Well, dude, shout out Go High Level. They just raised 60 M's. They got some money to spend, brother.
yeah, for real, they threw a couple bands at us.
Yeah,
for sure.
yeah.
Crazy.
They got some money to spend right now, bro.
Yeah,
Dude,
Let's-
I feel so bad. What was the guy with Chase? Do you remember? Chase?
John. John
that's
Bermuda.
John. Chase and John.
Yeah, shout out
shout out
Chase
to
and
those
John.
guys,
Those guys
man.
freaking
Awesome.
rock, man. They came in, they were on a mission. We got some signups too
Yep.
while we were there. So
Definitely did. By the way, almost at $1,000 a month affiliate, bro.
Let's
go,
go,
GHL.
Come on. We just had another sign up today.
Nice,
Let's
man.
go.
Beautiful, bro. Beautiful.
Let's ask each one of us an improvement. I mean,
Mm.
every single one we're getting better and better.
We are.
But I've got one I could kick it off
Okay.
with.
Yeah.
Dude, some really cool lighting.
Yeah.
I think just sexying up that whole like behind the speaker setup. I mean, we're fairly limited with the room.
Sure.
But man, I just think some cool lighting, kind of like those glow sticks we have in here. Like,
yeah,
dude,
yeah.
stuff like that to kind
Glow
of change it up.
sticks. Yeah. I get what you're saying.
Lightsabers.
Well, I almost brought those down too. Dude, my back was so freaking messed up though.
Felt so
I
bad
just,
this weekend for
I'm,
you,
I'm
bro.
not gonna lie, I didn't do a whole lot extra because I was gonna because we have 4 of those, and I was gonna bring all 4 of them down. But I was like, dude, I just
You should have
can't.
told me, bro. You should have told me.
Yeah, dude,
Should have told your team, bro.
I was hurting. I was hurting. That was not.
Could you
not a fun
imagine
start.
hosting the event up there at night?
Ooh,
That would have
that'd
been
be
so
pretty
good.
gangster.
Yeah, it would have been super.
Out,
Cool.
on
like-
out on the patio or some shit.
Dude, and I think here's I'll shoot another improvement. The dinners was a little situation on itself.
Yep.
I think it's really cool to see how we do lunch and just catering in like some just like southern good food, not
Bro,
going crazy about
we always
salads.
get such
but
good feedback on the food.
yeah, but
Such
like
good feedback.
if we did a dinner, like a Friday night dinner or something like that, but we did it up there on the 8th floor, where it's like we catered in some like something kind of dope like Hattie B's or something, but just had that whole like rooftop at night and the ambient of the city and stuff,
yeah.
and some of these lights in the corners and stuff. Like, dude, I feel like that would make up for sending people off
Yep.
to dinners.
Me, Kirch, and Rob, we were speaking about this because I see both sides, right? Like the intimate dinners, they're a lot of fun because
Yeah,
it's like if
we're not doing those over again.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
Yeah.
But the little dinners, man, they're. But you know what's interesting, dude? I think if we just planned maybe earlier and we did all steakhouses, it would have been different because
Yeah.
the last event we did the intimate dinners. We didn't have nearly.
Yeah, no one,
Bro.
Everyone went where they were supposed to. This time, people were like,
coming up to me like, "Yo, I'm going to Oak."
"Yeah,
Fair
yeah,
enough, bro. Have
okay,
fun.
yeah,
Hope you can
sounds
get
good."
a seat.
Yeah, it's like so. I think to
We
kinda
need to
what-
cater something in.
and I think
we
that
just
that-
need to go A to Z, like
Yeah.
take care of everything.
or
for the
just
event.
like get a place like not exactly like Pins, but a bigger area that we can just
Yeah.
rent out for 40 people. Like,
Yep.
hey, we're eating dinner here, big group dinner. You
Yep.
know, maybe CC's Pizza.
Little
I joke.
Hey, get a slice, Judge.
Get a slice. Hey, don't forget to get the macaroni.
Yeah, I would say. I would say that biggest improvement.
I have a lot. I'm very critical.
I guess for me, truthfully, man, I felt like the entire thing improved. Also, I wasn't just an attendee this time. So the last 2 events, I've just been kind of hanging out. This time I was like working a ton, but I mean, I think one improvement that we could make, bro, is we gotta figure out the mic situation, bro. That was crazy for a little bit. Oh, bro, it was going so nuts. But I will say this, also on that point, I think that's a cool thing about the event because it's so raw, man. It's so like, yeah, bro, we're gonna make a couple mistakes, but
One of the clients looked at me like I was like an audio engineer. It's like, hey, it's doing that. I'm like, I can hear it. I'm like, I
Yeah, the 12th floor could hear it.
I think
whenever
it just
would give
adds
the
on
feedback.
to just like how real the event is, Yeah, we got some mic errors. Like, should they in an ideal world, we don't have those issues, but
Sure.
it was raw, man. It felt, I think it just adds to the
Are we
feeling
saying
a bit.
improvements to make or improvements from last year to this year?
Improvements that we can make this year, like for next year.
Oh, okay.
Or maybe that wasn't the question. What was the question?
No, the question was improvements that we made from the year before, correct?
Oh,
no.
No, you
Or
I
want
is it, like,
started off with like
improvements
the
too?
lighting, like
yeah, like things that you
Okay.
want to see different for
Was
next
that
year.
not something that got
Same-
better from last year?
No, we didn't. We
we
didn't
didn't
have
do
any
anything last year.
So it got better.
I mean, the photos did. I mean,
Yeah, the photos are way better.
the lighting looks great.
Bro, the photos, dude, you
Appreciate you.
absolutely crush, bro.
Fire.
Fire.
Fire. People got probably $100 worth of photos.
Oh, easy,
This year.
bro. Almost.
And don't lowball me like that.
Well, per person.
1,000.
Per person, 50 attendees, $5,000 of photos for sure.
Yeah, I think it was a good call Josh made on the content side. So we had somebody set up to shoot the speaker at all times, just rolling raw.
Yeah, shout out Victor.
Yep. And
Shout out,
then
Vic.
Nathan did an incredible job, handheld video,
Yep.
and
For
allowed
just
me.
like B-roll.
Yep.
Shout out, Nate.
And then I was able to just do photos. But what was cool is anytime, because I mean, I get creative and I just start like getting zoned in. So I'd hand Nate my camera, be like, give me the video, like let me start shooting video. And what was really cool is the second day during the breakout session, while we were filming testimonials, Nathan grabbed my camera and just started getting photos of everybody that
Let's
were
go.
Sick.
on the breakout. So
Shout
like
out
he
Nathan.
handed me the camera and I was like, yo, I took care of all that, like good to go. And that it flawless. And what was cool for me is this whole event, I felt like I could equally take a minute like I need to. So like when I go to these events, I find a little area everywhere that I go where I can just completely decompress. It could be a bathroom stall. It has been.
Yeah.
But I was able to find these moments where I could just go whoop, just like shoot away from everybody, take a little minute to like and then just get right back to it. So I never felt like I was stressed or like I had to like run everywhere.
Yeah.
So it made the event so much more enjoyable. 'Cause
Those
I could
guys
take
were
those.
10 out of 10.
Yeah,
It was sick.
yeah.
My improvement, there's a few. One, we're not doing breakout dinners ever again. That's one.
I think that'd be mine.
Yeah.
Dude, I need Adam to explain. He's like, you cool if your wife goes to Oak? Like we got you at the sushi place at 7.
Dude.
Like, are you cool if your wife heads to Oak with
Well,
us?
It was funny too, man, because some people, like, for example, I don't know how this got set up, dude. But one of the dinners was just Taylor Welch, Ashton Shanks, and Judge Grant.
Yeah, I don't
And I'm like,
Craziest value dinner ever.
oh, bro, if they would have actually went to dinner, I'm
Like
sure they would have had a
smoking
great time.
chicken.
smoke a place.
Nah, it was actually at Blue Sushi.
Yeah, that would have been a bad spot. For
Bad
them.
spot for them. Great dinner though. Like they probably would have had, like, you know, they probably would have enjoyed speaking with each other. But
For
it was
sure.
like,
Well, like
Yeah, we
those
just had-
guys shouldn't have even been on the
List.
dinner list because they're not going to get dinner.
yeah, 100%.
So.
So then there was like 2 reservations that I'm like, yo, bro, there's just no one going here. Like we might as well, like we just cancel these reservations.
Yeah, we canceled them.
So, yeah, definitely next time. You know,
Yeah,
we can
alright.
we can improve on that.
All right, we get it. We don't have to talk about it anymore.
Never been so stressed in my fucking
yeah.
life, dude.
Man just passes it off to me noon, bro.
I
Friday.
lost access to the document, bro. I'm
Adam, you-
sorry.
bro. I was just cranking off the 2 pictures I had on the phone.
I didn't know
had,
that.
I never
I
had
didn't
a
know that.
document.
Dude,
Okay.
I feel so
All right.
bad.
All right. Dinner stuff. That's good. We get it, guys. All right. Okay. Outside of that, better comms. For some reason, some of our emails weren't sending.
True.
For comms, so we just have to start doing it earlier and just make sure everyone's getting information. Which
RSVPs.
yeah, we got maybe 70% of the RSVPs in before the event, and so it was like we couldn't add everyone to the WhatsApp group immediately. It was like, yeah, it was just all that stuff needed to happen faster.
I think next year too, we're gonna think about the size of the shirts that we need. Ran out of the XLs and the Ls fast.
Yeah. That's the other thing is like, well, that's
Gotta have them RSVP.
RSVP.
Yeah.
That was it. It was like we had the time to do it. It's just people weren't RSVPing in time. So like we need to figure out how to do that. Or, I mean, that's the thing is like we're not the biggest event, which means that there's not like a ton of like we don't make profit off this
Yeah,
at all. Like
yeah.
we're either losing money every year or we're breaking even on the event. And so it's like we can't just order
Shit
an
ton of
extra
clothes.
60 shirts,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
for kicks and giggles.
Yep.
So it's like, yeah, we have to get those RSVPs in a lot sooner.
Definitely.
But it's like, hey, if you didn't RSVP in time,
It's on you, man.
yeah, I don't know what you want to do about that.
What you got?
Dinner. I'm gonna agree with Josh on that one.
All right, let's get that.
Well, that was my one.
You gotta have one more thing.
I don't know. I haven't been. I said this earlier. I haven't been to enough events to where I can kind of compare how things go. So like on the improvement side, because I didn't don't have clients, pulling me out like Adam, and talking to me. So like I actually got to kind of be like an attendee almost.
Mm-hmm.
And so like from that standpoint, I mean, I don't know, to be honest.
Did you meet anyone that you helped set?
Yeah, I met a few people. It was cool to meet Samir. Shout out Samir. He's a good kid.
He just messaged me on IG. I got to message him back.
Yeah, super dope. Houston and Ken from Bitsmith. Super good to meet those guys. And then seeing some familiar faces from last year and just people that I already knew was awesome.
Dude, it was cool seeing all the new faces, man.
A lot of new faces.
I feel like maybe I'm wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong, Josh. But I felt like this was like way more like in terms of clients and non-clients. Like this was the first event where we had way more not clients.
Yeah,
which was cool. Like,
yeah, it was probably like a 60-40
Mm-hmm.
split,
which is really cool.
Non-clients and clients.
I'll just reiterate it for this. I forgot who told you, but it really showed that there are tons of lurkers. Like people are watching.
Oh,
like
for
they're
sure.
quietly watching what we're doing. A lot more eyes on us than we think.
Mm-hmm.
For that kind of
Wow,
shit.
I like it when you talk like that. It gets me hyped up, bro. Tell me more about it. Who's lurking?
Gary
Vaynerchuk.
Oh, okay. Scheduling.
McDavis.
The schedule for the days, it got so screwed.
Yeah, well, I mean, part of that.
I mean,
was,
I know,
was,
but like,
was speakers, but I mean,
if that could get tightened up, I'd say that's probably something that we.
well, even
should
on
do.
that side, it's like we could have had probably better comms with our speakers. Even
Yeah, for sure.
Like I was emailing a lot of them like last week, getting presentations and stuff. So just getting ahead on some of that.
set
so
deadlines and stuff.
Yeah.
Have stuff
I've got
submitted by.
I've got a question from somebody that like you kind of build these.
Mm-hmm.
The issue with the RSVPing and then speakers backing out.
Mm-hmm.
As somebody who hosts an event, what's the balance of like kind of holding these people accountable for some of the shortcomings that we now uphold? Like now we hold because we're hosting the events.
Sure.
Like how do you balance that? Because obviously like we host the event, people are here attending, and if a speaker backs out or a lot of people didn't RSVP and they didn't get like the right shirt or whatever it is, it's like how do you balance like, hey, you kind of need like.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, part of it's on us. The other part's, on them. It's like we can obviously do what we can do on our side, but that's why we also build in like, safeguards for that. It's like why we make extra reservations for like the dinner groups and stuff. Because last year, literally one of the restaurants, the pipes in the restaurant burst and it shut down the entire restaurant.
I remember that.
And luckily I made one extra reservation just in case. And I was like, hey guys, you're going to go from here and you're going to go here instead. And it was like flawless.
So perfect.
Yeah.
I remember that. Yeah.
But it's like same thing with speakers. It's like you just got to like.
We did a good job at that.
Yeah, worst case scenario, I was going to backfill a slot. But it's like we didn't really need to because Taylor on the second day took up some extra time. The workshops went a little bit longer. People were like really vibing in the workshops. So we let those go a little bit longer and I didn't even have to step in.
You wouldn't
for
even
it.
know.
Yeah, you wouldn't
unless
even know.
someone maybe asked.
Yeah,
but-
yeah. Which we had a couple people ask, but it was like, hey man, like yeah, they family emergency. No,
Did these bigger events that you guys have been to, like, is there any workshop aspect to them, or is it just like strictly speaking?
Yeah, Agency Founders has a workshop aspect, which is really good. I really enjoy those.
Those breakout sessions.
Yeah, like the breakout sessions.
Yeah, I think those are great.
those are super impactful.
They are nice.
Yeah, so like for me, like that event does a good job, but like traffic and conversions and those sides, no, they don't do anything like that. It's very much like you have the main stage and then you have a kind of like gallery of like vendors where people can like chat and talk a little bit deeper. They have like what was that, like they had like this like little roped off area where you just go, and it's like they had like different segments, so it was like
the conversation pit.
yeah, that's exactly what it was, like a conversation pit. It was like, hey, agency owners are going to meet in the conversation pit at 1:00 today. And it was like all the agency owners would go into one spot, which is like cool because it's like all of our ideal prospects
So
are there.
forced.
Yeah, but it's very forced. Like it doesn't feel very organic. It's like
That makes it more real, I feel like. Like I heard a lot of people say that they go to events and like even some of the speakers were saying like how it's just so much stuff that nothing really gets done on the implementation side. But like whereas if we have the workshops, it's like Adam's going to sit down and help somebody with GHL like right now.
yeah. If I learned anything from this year, it's that we might do even less speakers.
Yeah, more workshop.
And more workshop because like that's what people come for. Like they come for tangible movement in their business. And like if we're only doing speakers or if we have a really heavy speaker lineup, it's really hard to do that stuff.
Yeah.
And that's why Judge's event is so good because literally the whole weekend, it's like you get like this massive, remember the massive pieces of paper and it's like they're like making you write stuff out on it, core values, business end game, one page attack and conquer plan, all
and
that
you're
stuff.
talking about it with everyone else at the event, like the whole event. You know, it's like,
You know who I talked with recently was he posted a story, and I just reached out to him, Dylan Kivo, and he posted a picture of like some of his goals or whatever for 2017 or 2018, which is the first Burn the Ships that I ever went to. And I just reached out to him. I was like, dude, like that's crazy that like you're where you're at now, knowing you at Burn the Ships in like 2018. Like that's crazy. Because like he built a pretty substantial business.
Definitely.
But yeah, that type of event I think is the most impactful. Is like when you can actually work on the business there.
It was kind of cool too, man, because like I was supposed to like run a workshop, but on the operation side, like Ray just plugged in his computer, went through some back-end stuff, and then people were just pulling me out.
Yep.
It's like I would be, you know, like even out of the room, out of like the workshop space. But I feel like that was part of what made it so cool. Like, for example, like Hassan working on his business, dude, we changed his whole. He went to Courage for 30 minutes, came over to me, took me from the workshop. We changed his entire sales system.
Yep.
Entire
And
sales
he
process.
closed a deal already.
And he closed the deal already.
Nice.
I saw that on your story.
Yeah.
I saw that on your story. But it's things like that. It's things like that like you just don't get at so many events, you know, where it's like he literally left with a different business. You know what I mean? Which is cool.
Yeah, for sure.
I got a question for you, Josh.
Yeah.
So as we keep, obviously, we're going to have more and more events, you know, through the next years and things like that. But are you going to keep them relatively the same size, or are we
Yes.
thinking we're going to get a little bit bigger, or what?
Yeah, so the idea behind this event now is going to be more of a scarcity play. So same amount of attendees, we just let the same amount of people come, and it's like, hey, if you buy a ticket, you buy a ticket. And so the idea is like, hey, hopefully we can sell out these tickets a month in advance, you know? That way we're not having to like fill seats. Like I was still filling seats the last week of.
Yep.
So I think the more that we do them, more people are gonna be like, man, like I gotta be in this room. I gotta be in this room. And that does a couple things. And I don't really want to move ticket prices up. But like it would allow us to move ticket prices up because of how good the event actually is.
Well, and on top of that, I don't know if you feel differently, but with a few more consultants, a little bit larger team, like I don't think there's a reason that we couldn't like tap out at 100. You know, 100 I feel like is still a pretty solid amount. Have more workshops, you know, even if they're like two on the same thing, like go to this person, you know.
It will 100% be dependent on how much team we have.
For sure.
'Cause I think with the team that we have now, this room size was perfect.
Perfect.
I agree.
I agree.
But if we get some more consultants in and like we can get more hands on people, then for sure, like we would scale the size of but it wouldn't be like I don't plan on hosting 1,000-person event.
Oh, dude.
Dude, that would be so stressful.
It'd be
That would
crazy.
be so much.
Bro.
Yeah, it's just not happening. So,
Well, and also I think for our business model, just, you know, like
well, that's how our consulting works too. Like we're not.
well, and we're able, like, just from like a business standpoint, dude, we're able to get clients from this. If there was 1,000 people, like, bro, we're not going to be able to build those relationships with, you know, like anyone. You're just like, oh, hey, how are you? This is my name, and then boom, off to the next person, you know. So
Yeah, and I feel like a lot of people appreciate that like relationship aspect that we
definitely
bring, just being a little bit smaller.
I mean, that's one of our core values.
Yeah, for sure.
overall, great event, boys.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I thought
10 out
doing
of 10.
good.
Yeah, definitely some room for improvement for next year. But
10 out of 10.
Now we-
Definitely room for improvement.
now we have October in London.
October. How you guys looking forward to London?
Oh, I can't wait to see
Man.
Ryan Stacy.
Let's
in
go,
his element.
Ryan
Stacy.
Josh,
Josh
Hedges, all those guys.
Dude, we're gonna
They
see
gonna be over there?
yeah,
all those guys will be there.
Christian. We'll see the
Christian,
guys from
yep.
Soar with us.
Yeah, my goal is, and I have a call with Ollie. Shout out Ollie Hudson.
Shout out Ollie.
I gotta call with him tomorrow as well.
Nice dude. Yeah, we're gonna go through and see how we can like kind of partner on the event because
Super
obviously, you know, we're not boots on the ground there.
Yep.
And so we can figure, and they have a great audience over there. So
Oh,
like
dude.
filling tickets with them. So I think it'll be more of a collaboration event. Where like we'll handle a lot of the logistics of it, but I think for the most part, it's like for us to get like the full audience over there, we're gonna have to tap into them a little bit.
Definitely. And also, I wouldn't be surprised if that event turns into like a e-com creative focused, you know, like,
yeah. I
for
mean,
sure.
it could be a little bit more e-com heavy on that side, but it's like we'll have the regular business development side as well.
Yeah,
That'll
definitely,
extend
definitely.
outside of that. So
definitely.
good stuff.
Cool. See
First
you guys
time.
in October.
First time. First time out of the country, man. Over,
Yep.
over there, the UK. Same?
Yep.
Yeah. First
Never been
time-
out.
first
You guys
time.
have passports yet?
Nope.
I do. I need to get mine renewed though. I haven't used it since like 2016.
Get on it because it takes.
Yeah,
it's
I
gonna
don't wanna
take you a
plan
few
in to
months.
swim.
You can express them. Though.
It takes
Yeah,
what?
Let's not express. It takes a few months
You can get
to
them
get your
quicker.
passport.
You can get them quicker.
Adam said we get them quick.
Man, I would start now. I would start now.
Nah, you are right. You are
Get
right.
it, get it taken care of.
Yeah, because it's not something that you want to be rushing because it like literally you could not go to it.
Just
event.
not go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because
suck.
because of that.
How much are they?
2,000.
Like $2,000,
No, they're not that
like
expensive.
10K or something.
It's not that bad at all.
I
It's
don't
like-
know. I don't know. I can't remember how much
Y'all
it
let
is.
me know how the event goes.
All right, crew. Anything else? Any last buzzer beaters for?
Nah, had a hell of a weekend, man. Great time.
Breakfast was incredible.
Bad
Those little hash
breakfast.
brown triangles, me and Kurtz were just slam dunking them.
Oh my gosh, dude.
My man said slam dunking him.
That
Shoot
bacon. Yo, I
a
took
three.
on that first day. We took that bacon, and I had Jill bring up the rest of the bacon. She's been cutting it up and putting it in my omelets.
Oh,
you go.
Oh,
nice,
dude,
bro.
it hits
Look
so
at this
hard.
dude.
Oh, it's so
Dude,
good, bro. It's
we-
so good.
I'm always surprised with how much food we have left. Because it comes in, I'm thinking this is going to get smashed. And then it's like,
I mean, on the lunches, they did pretty good though.
the lunches, bro, people destroyed the lunches. I
Yeah.
guess maybe people just aren't like big breakfast eaters.
Yeah,
you
most,
know? Like,
I would say like half.
some people
of-
just like the coffee.
Yeah,
and-
the coffee, and they just fast until lunch.
Yep.
That's what I did.
So, and it's like we push lunch to 1 o'clock. We don't do noon lunch. We do
Yep.
1 o'clock
Yep.
lunch at
Yep.
our event.
Everyone's pretty hungry.
Yeah,
Hungry.
people
Dude,
are
the-
real hungry.
The only thing that really stops us from just cleaning that out, I think, was the calorie intake. Like, I couldn't get myself to eat more because I could have eaten like 5,000 calories of those little triangle hash
Oh,
browns
dude, I
all
would
day.
have smashed those for
Bro,
sure.
I had like 3 of them each morning.
Yeah,
Just like,
I had quite a few.
Yeah.
And
They're
that's
so
not
good.
enough.
yeah, just grabbing them.
Yeah.
I will
Dude,
say
and the
another thing
strawberry jam just kind of on the
I will-
bacon.
I will say another thing that helped a bunch too, man, is like I love how we just have like the little snack station, if you will.
Oh, yeah.
Open fridge, bro. People just like going back
Yeah.
there, getting drinks when they want, grabbing a pack
Yeah.
of crackers or whatever.
There's
like, bro,
nothing
that's
better
so-
than a stocked drink fridge.
Oh, shout out to Jill, dude. Shout out
Shout
Jill.
out
Yeah.
Jill.
Shout out Jill, dude.
Absolutely.
She was a goat on that. She's like,
Yeah.
give me the list for Costco. I'm gonna go grab stuff. I was
There
like,
we
let's
go.
get
That
it.
was gangster.
One thing, how was the breeze feedback?
Oh,
a lot of people
dude,
were really new
they
to that.
They
Smash the
cleaned
breeze.
those out.
Out
Smash 'em.
instantly.
Cleaned them.
Yeah.
People were
Shout out Breeze. They sent us.
Shout out Breeze.
They sent us like $500 worth of cans.
Lou was talking about it at the dinner.
it's so
Lou Mincer,
Uh-huh.
and he was saying that he had 2 of them, and he was saying
Feeling
he was
a little
feeling-
Yeah,
Loosey goosey.
Yo.
So yeah, that was super fun. Dude, I love the Breeze guys. They're 10 out of 10. So shout out you guys for sending us some Breeze for the event. That was great.
Definitely.
All right.
Cool.
All right, we're wrapping. All right, crew. Thank you so much for tuning in. That was a little Hydra Council recap for you. We'll see you guys in the next one.
Peace.
Peace.